E and P typical characteristics, part one. So I split these up into 1 and 2. So I'm going to actually read down the list here, but these are how emotionals and physicals tend to be. So in this case, just to make it even clearer, think of this as 100% physical and 100% emotional, right? They don't have anything of the other. Even if they're not 100%, you'll still tend to have these things, but let's just look at it that way just for the ease of making it clear. So what are the differences as far as characteristics? So a physical tends to be outgoing versus an emotional who is reserved. A physical tends to be heart ruled, and an emotional is head ruled. A physical wants touch, wants connection, and an emotional, again, 100% emotional, wants space and security. That's what they want most. A physical reacts spontaneously, right? And an emotional thinks before reacting. So I sometimes use the joke that's like, it takes me 3 days to be spontaneous. So they think before they're reacting. A physical can show affection anywhere, in public, in private, whatever. And an emotional prefers that the affection be private, doesn't really like to do public displays of affection. So a physical loves compliments about everything. Compliment them. They love it. An emotional doesn't really like compliments. Might like them intellectually, but kind of distrusts them. Doesn't really like them. Might feel embarrassed if you compliment them in public. And then the last one we'll be talking about in this video is a physical likes working in groups. An emotional, no like working in groups. No, they don't like working in groups. They prefer being alone. They might muster up the courage to get to be able to work in groups, but generally they like doing solitary activities, working alone. So kind of see where you fit on one of those two sides, the tendency that you have for those different characteristics, and look at the type of people you've been dating or that you've had relationships with. Where do they usually fit in? You can kind of see where there's a push-pull, right? It's not that we don't like the other side, but we prefer one side more often than others. So think about it. Put any questions below. DM me if you have any other ones. I'll make more videos. Otherwise, I will see you on part 2 of the E and P characteristics.